All right, here we go. This is my second live that I've ever done. And we're just going to put some stuff in the vacuum chamber. Let's start off with some sports balls here. Tennis ball, hockey ball, and then a football. That's kind of like a Nerf football, so I don't really think much is going to happen. Just got to fix my lights here to that Nerf ball, but maybe we'll see what happens. All right, so get all the camera going here. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, so first thing, we gotta shut the valve. And then we'll switch on the pump and it'll start vacuuming the air out of there. Move this a little bit closer. All right. There we go. That looks pretty good. All right, let's switch on that pump. All right, it's a little loud, but that's normal, obviously, where we started. And then I can't get to that little one right there. But if you got to that one, that would be no air at all. But my pump can't really do that. I don't know. I don't think they really grew at all. Not much happening. Let's see if we turn the pump off here. See if they can at least get a little bit crushed. Barely anything. All right, we gotta do something better than that. Feel free to let me know what you want to put in there in the chat, but let's try. This is all the stuff I have. I kind of want to do this, an ice cream sandwich. I've never tried an ice cream sandwich before. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to put that in there. So I'll open this up. And I think this should expand a little bit. I broke it. That's okay. All right, we'll kind of stack it just like that. All right, we'll put the top on. And then what's going to happen is we're going to suck all the air out there. The pressure is going to drop. And when pressure drops, anything that has air in it will expand. So there we go. The pressure is going to start dropping. We're about halfway. And not a lot is really happening here. Maybe it's expanded a little bit. Bubbling just a little bit. It's bubbling. Now liquids can boil in low pressure, and they can be cold and they can boil. But I don't think that's boiling. I think that's just dissolved gases coming out of it. Put this back in here. All right. Let's let the pressure back in and see if we can at least crush it here. And again, a little bit disappointing. So let's try something that will do something good. Those are some things I've been wanting to try. All right, so this one I have not done yet. We'll try these, some Zingers. I just came across these the other day. I think it's basically a Twinkie just with some frosting. So we're gonna stick a Zinger in there, and then we'll stick a Twinkie in side by side because I think Twinkie's about the closest thing to a Zinger. If I can get the box open here. All right, I've never seen a Zinger. Oh yeah, it's basically just exactly a Twinkie. And let me grab a Twinkie. So here's the Twinkies. They're just a little bit smaller. Zingers versus Twinkies. So let's throw these in. Hey, little YT main. So there's our Zinger. It's actually pretty heavy. It's probably because of the icing. It's way heavier than a Twinkie. So just comparing those, way more dense the Zinger is. I kind of wonder what's inside the Zinger and what's under that icing. So before we test it, that's what I'm going to check. So I wonder if there's like little holes there or something. Yeah, there is. Look at that. That's just like the Twinkie. So it's like identical. It's got the 3 holes, but it's underneath the frosting. So we'll see what happens here. Moving close. All right, and we'll get the top on here. All right, let's turn on the pump and see if they work the same. All right, so we're about halfway, and the Twinkie's definitely breaking open. The Zinger is holding strong. I can tell that the Zinger is puffing up a little bit, but the filling is staying in. It must be the icing. It's holding it in there. Let me get a closer look. You can see that. Oh, it's got a little crack on the side of the Zinger there. So in the low pressure, all the air inside that whipped frosting inside the Twinkie expands because of Boyle's law. Because as pressure goes down, volume of gas goes up. And oh, it's cracking a little bit there too on the Zinger. All right, we'll let the pressure back. And we'll see the damage here. So really pretty good. It's cracked open. I'll eat it. It's way chewier than normal Twinkies are like pretty fluffy, but it's been kind of crushed down because of the pressure change. Hey, skincare girly. The Zinger, I've actually never eaten a Zinger, so that's my first time. There's not as much filling. I don't know, can't focus. Not as much filling as that. All right, I'll do one more. And I think what I'll test is we'll dump in some Pepsi, see what that does. I've actually never just kind of poured it in before, so this will be kind of fun. I'm just gonna pour it right in and see what happens. Now there's a lot of dissolved gases in this. Now liquids can boil under really low pressure, even if they're cold. So I'm gonna lower this down so we can get a good view of this as the pressure drops, because this will be kind of cool, I think. All right, we've got like a pond of Pepsi here. Get all this out of the way. And I'm just going to turn this on and start the vacuum pump going. All right, definitely foaming up a lot more. So as the pressure goes down, like this is all sucking the air out. And then as that air sucks out, all the carbon dioxide inside the pop is getting sucked out too. There's a lot of carbon dioxide in there. Hey, Country Christian Life, welcome back. You were here yesterday, I remember you. Thanks for coming in again. If you're just joining, that's Pepsi in there. And we're sucking all the air out of the Pepsi. You can see how low we're at. Almost to nothing. Still sucking out air. See if I can get even closer here. Oh, not really good. Let's see if we can look in from the top. All right, we'll switch it off. I don't know if I'll be able to taste it to see if it's flat, but I bet it's going to be pretty flat now. All right, we'll let the pressure back in. It's probably going to make a mess. Yeah, it's all flat now. Nothing left. We sucked all the CO2 out of that, so it'd be pretty gross. What am I going to do with this now? I'll pour it into a glass. I'll taste it. See what it tastes like. All right. There is some vacuumed Pepsi. Oh, completely flat, and it's warm because it's just been sitting here in my my studio. So that's pretty gross. Let's see. There's more people here, so maybe we can do something else. Should we do Coke? Coca-Cola. What do we got here? We got Pepsi versus Coke. And I won't dump them in though. Sparkling water? Ice. I just did ice recently. And I don't have any right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to crack these. And we're going to put them in there. And we'll see which one kind of comes out the top better. Maybe they'll do the exact same. All right, let's see what happens here. And they do explode if you keep them closed, but you got to warm them up. And it takes a really long time to get it right, so I'm not going to do that in a live. But there is one on my channel where I got it to explode. All right, so we're going to switch this on. Let's see who gets the bigger volcano. I don't even know if they will do a volcano. Let's see what happens. All right, pressure's going down halfway. Oh, there we go. Coca-Cola. Oh, look at that. So much better than Pepsi. I like Pepsi, or I like Coca-Cola a lot better than Pepsi anyways. Well, Pepsi's still going. I don't know what's better to to have the first volcano or to have the longest volcano? Pepsi's still going. So Pepsi's got the longest volcano. Coca-Cola still going. Look at the Pepsi. Still stuff in there. All right, I think it's about done. How do I clean my machine? That's a good question. So I take it over to my sink in my kitchen and I spray it out and wash it just with regular old soap. Basically just like it's a bowl. That's how I clean it out. Milk. This is a good idea. I don't have any on me, but I'm going to make a video of that. Maybe milk, cream, maybe different like skim milk, regular milk. That'd be good. Heavy whipping cream. I don't know what they would do. All right, let's take a test and then no, flat Coke is not very good. Actually, flat Pepsi is better than flat Coke. But with the bubbles in it, Coke is better. I think that's my verdict. All right, thanks for joining the live, everyone. Tomorrow, 9 a.m., Big Mac versus McChicken comes out. So watch for that. 9 a.m. Eastern time. Vinegar, that's a good idea, WOB Games, or is it WOB Games? Vinegar's a great idea. I don't have any with me, but this gives me a good idea for later video. So 9 a.m., everybody watch for it. Eastern time, Big Mac versus McChicken.